welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Thuy. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. We have another tweet test video. This is my series where I dive in deep, trying the latest and greatest in beauty, telling you guys if it's worth it, if it's not worth the hype, all that kind of good stuff. I go in. Today's video, I'm actually going to do a full face testing Dragun beauty. I'll show you guys how to create this look. My desk is literally filled with loads of her products right now, and I've tried Dragun beauty before and it was like a type of video, but now that I have a few more products, I can definitely delve in a little bit deeper. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on Dragun beauty, please keep watching. So we are going to be testing out Dragun beauty today. I literally started off with some moisturizer. This is a new product from Glow Recipe. It's called the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Glow Drops, and it actually makes your skin feel so soft. I think my makeup will go on so smoothly today. From using Nikita's colour correctors before, something that I've definitely learned is that you need to keep your skin moisturized, because the colour correctors, they dry down really matte. So if you don't prime your skin correctly, sometimes it can look a bit dry on the skin. It doesn't blend out as smoothly.
Face stuck, okay?
Okay, so I've got 3 colour correctors from Dragun Beauty. I've got the shade Orange, Lavender, and the new green shade as well. So we're going to be testing all of this out. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the orange colour corrector first. Okay, so people normally put this underneath the eye. What colour correctors do is they basically take away any purple or dark shadows, especially like around my mouth. I do definitely notice that around here it gets really shadowy. Like sometimes when I take photos it looks really dark around my mouth. And the amazing but also detrimental thing about Dragun Beauty is that it dries down so quickly. So sometimes I find that if you don't blend out fast enough, it's all set and then it's really hard to buff the product. But that is also a major plus, because a lot of colour correctors, they don't dry down, so that you find when you put on your foundation on top, it kind of mixes in and then it interferes with the colour of the foundation. I'm a bit more on the paler side now, and I do kind of notice that this shade of orange is quite intense. Normally if I want to colour correct, I'll do something a bit more on the peachy side that still has the colour correcting element in there, but not as orange as this. I find darker shades like this for colour correcting is better for someone with a deeper skin tone. Me and Nikita are quite similar in skin tone, so maybe this is just something that I just need to incorporate in my makeup routine to make my makeup look extra flawless like hers in photos. Okay, so everything's all blended out now. I kind of look like a pumpkin. Get ready to paint myself for Halloween.
I'm not joking, bitch.
And then the next step, she goes in with the lavender colour corrector. And she said that originally these two were meant to launch at the same time. I have never used a lavender colour corrector before, but apparently this is meant to be amazing for brightening. Who doesn't want bright under eyes? Count me in, honey. It does have a bit of a strong smell. You guys know Tweet Test is all about tell you guys the truth. And it smells a little bit like chemicals. It's definitely not unscented. It smells a little bit like white spirit. I don't know, it smells a little bit like paint.
You're a liar, and this is why Derek don't like you.
The reason why I didn't use the colour corrector as much as I would like to is because I found that I had to, rather than covering up my dark circles, I had to cover up the orange corrector, which kind of defeats the purpose, I think. So hopefully this lavender is going to literally cancel out all of that orange, and it's just going to make my skin neutral again. Wow, that lavender colour corrector really did help brighten up everything. And the whole point of doing this is so that later on in the day, have you guys ever noticed your eye bags start to look darker throughout the day, or around your mouth your foundation starts to fade and then your dark patches start to show through again? And it just has an extra barrier so that when you put your foundation on, even if your foundation fades, the colour corrector will still hide the darkness. This lavender is actually so nice. This step would have been amazing for when I used to do bridal makeup. You know, for weddings, they're taking so many photos and you're not really touching up your makeup a lot throughout the day, you know, it's a long day. So doing steps like colour correcting, especially when you got like a long day ahead of you, and especially an important event where you're going to be taking loads of photos and you're going to be the spotlight of the show, especially for your own wedding, you know, all eyes on you. It's a lot of pressure to make sure you look good all throughout the day, from the morning registry all the way to the after party the next day.
The hair and makeup artist?
I am so impressed with this lavender. It literally cancelled out all of the orangeness, but I still feel it looks really bright underneath my eyes. And also what's really nice about this lavender shade is that it's not really purple. It's got like a slight beige undertone to it. I feel like my skin looks so bright and so even. Because I don't have to worry about covering this up, I feel like I can go in with a lightweight foundation. I had a video before trying out Dragun Beauty products, and I found that I had to use a full coverage foundation to make sure I cover up this orange shade. But now I feel like I can go in with like a lightweight tinted moisturizer even, and now my skin will look extra extra clear because now I covered up most of the dark pigmentation. Does that make any sense? This is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to try out this green colour corrector. So green on the colour chart is meant to help with redness. So if you've got rosacea, if you've got red patches, green is meant to help with that. So we're going to try it. Hopefully it's not like a really bold pigmented green and it's just like a soft tint. So I've got a lot of redness around my nose. Oh god, this is a green colour corrector. Like, oh my god, this is so green. When I put on the lavender, it was more like a soft kind of lavender. This is like a green. I could basically use this as a green eyeshadow base. Okay, it's doing something, but I feel like it's leaving a really green patch on my face. I need to make sure I blend this out quickly because her colour corrector is literally set on the skin, and if you don't blend it out in time, it literally stays like a round dot and you can't blend out the edges. I don't know if I like the effect of it. I look a bit grey. Okay, looking up close on my skin, I can definitely see that this product is quite dry. You probably can't see it on camera, but up close I can definitely see that it's kind of like really settled into my skin. But I definitely noticed there's like a green grey tint. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it meant to do that? I have no idea. Okay, so obviously this is a testing Dragun Beauty makeup video, but the brand doesn't have a foundation. So I'm going to go in with another foundation that I really wanted to try out. This is the Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you guys will know that this foundation right here from Shishido, the original foundation, is one of my top 3 foundations of all time. This is my go-to foundation, and this is the one I bring with me whenever I go on press trips, PR events, anything like that, because I feel like the foundation wears really nicely, looks amazing in photos, and it's quite like a nice soft matte finish. And they have just launched a new version. This glass is a bit more shiny, this glass is a bit more matte, but I really like the packaging of this because you can actually lock it, which is really, really good for travelling. Like, you just need to twist the cap and it's a pump, so it is great. I normally use the shade 340 Oak, but I just found out that they have this other shade called 330 Bamboo, which is a little bit lighter. So we're going to go in with this shade. Okay, and then I'm going to use my go-to sponge. This is a sponge from Sunday Ivy. It's so soft, so plush. Okay, so I'm going to go on top of the colour corrector and see if it affects the foundation at all. Oh, this is a really good colour match. Honestly, I feel like Shishido is one of the most underrated brands ever. They do such good skincare, such good makeup, and their complexion products are 10 out of 10. Honestly, I haven't found a product that I don't like from Shishido. Okay, it's going on top of the colour corrector really well. This foundation is a medium to full coverage and it's meant to give you more radiant looking skin. I definitely noticed that the colour corrector is doing something because around my mouth before, I used to notice that I had to put a lot of foundation around here to kind of cover up the darkness. Around the corner of my mouth, it looks a lot brighter. Wow, this foundation is so beautiful. It's covering up all my pores. It's giving me a really nice radiant lift to the skin, but it doesn't look too radiant where it looks oily. What a great colour match. Look at this. Look at that colour match.
Yes, bitches, I am back.
I do wonder though, how would this lavender colour corrector look on a deeper skin tone? Would it just make people look ashy? I definitely feel like these two colour correctors together is doing something special because my skin looks so much brighter already, and I've only used a pump of foundation and I feel like my skin looks so much more even already, and this is without concealer. I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in the shade C5.7. I really want to find some good products in the drugstore, so if you guys have any Holy Grail products, let me know. I like the shade of this. It's got a really nice yellow undertone to it, so I feel like it will brighten underneath my eyes perfectly. I'm going to use my trusty e.l.f. sponge. It's so soft. This experience of using the Dragun Beauty colour corrector is so different from my other experiences when I haven't had the lavender. I felt like when I used the orange just by itself, the orange was just always peeking through a little bit. It always had a little bit of like a peachy undertone, but that lavender shade really stopped that orange from popping through. It's really cancelled it out. Gave me a little underneath the eyes. I'm gonna go off and powder my skin and then I'll come back, we can work on the eyes. Oh my god, so I was doing my base makeup and I totally forgot about this palette right here. So this is the Dragun Beauty face palette. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm literally digging it out from the back of my drawer. I did put a little bit of blush on already, but I'm gonna go in with a bit more of these two as a mix. Do you know what? I never reach for face palettes. I do feel like they are a good idea because everything's in one, but I have so many like single bronzers and single blushes that I normally kind of gravitate towards, so I always forget about blusher palettes. I've actually used this palette before, and this shade here called Surge, it's such a dark contour shade. It's so good for contouring underneath the jaw because it's so shadowy. It has like no warmth in there, so it literally gives you like a really strong contour. You know those contour that drag queens use for like their nose to like really define and pinch their nose, but you can see the harsh lines. I feel like Surge is like one of those shades.
Don't joke about that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here called Silicone. I think this is one of the reasons why I don't really reach for this palette, because I do find that it's a bit chunky. There's also this shade here called Fantasy. I'm just going to pop this just underneath on top of the blusher, just to give it a bit more like a radiant kind of finish to the skin. Even though the highlighter is a little bit chunky when you initially put it on, but once you kind of like crush the pigment, it actually looks really blinding, this highlight. Oh, damn. I like it. Okay, I'm going to put this on the top of my table so I remember to use it, because it's actually such a nice palette. Because I don't have the translucent powder, I'm going to go in with the original Dragun Beauty Transformation Face Powder. I actually use this all the time. It's actually such a nice powder. It's really nice to brighten, and it's really good to snatch your nose, and I love mixing the two shades. I thought that I would like more of the yellow shade, but I actually love the pink one because I feel like it helps brighten a bit more. Sometimes the yellow one can look a bit stark in photos. I feel like my nose contour is so much more snatched. I feel like my nose is a little bit straighter, it's a bit smaller, a bit more narrow. You know, is it just me and my crazy imagination?
I am on my way up.
Okay, so we're going to go in with some eyeshadow now. So she's got 3 palettes. I love the packaging of them. They're literally like so cool. I do find that small palettes like this, I never ever tend to gravitate towards. I normally prefer bigger palettes where you have much more choice. When there's only 5 shades in here, I find it's quite hard to create like a variety of looks. But because I have all 3 of them, we're going to be mixed and matching them. Okay, so this is the latest one, which is volume number 3. And I like this because it has like a black in here. So this is volume 1, which has a really nice transition shade. It's got really nice warm brown, and it's got more like a purpley kind of shade. And then volume 2 has a bit more like blue kind of shades. I'm not gonna lie, I do find it a bit like strange that Nikita will come out with such bright eyeshadow colours, because I don't think I've ever seen Nikita wear like bold eyeshadow. She's not really known for that. She's known for like more neutral, soft, makeup, aerial type of glam, you know? So these colours are a bit wild.
That's suspicious.
Okay, so let's do some swatches and get some first impressions. I'm going to go in with this shade here, shade 21. Oh, this is pretty. It has more like a white pink reflex to it. That's cute. Let's try Sex. Oh, it feels very pigmented, I definitely do have to say. Let's try some mattes as well. Let's try Birthday Bitch. That's a cute shade. Should we do like a pink look today? So I'm going to go in with Fantasy palette number 1. I'm going to take this shade called Harajuku. Oh, it's very dusty. Jesus, I just literally dabbed it and look at all this fallout that's just come out. So I'm going to go in with that Harajuku shade just on the outer corners. I did put a bit of the P. Louise eyeshadow base just so that it's a fair review, because I feel like all eyeshadows should have a base to cling on to if you want to make sure you get the most out of the palette. But it also has a lot of fallout, guys, so make sure you tap off your brush, otherwise you'll end up with all purple underneath your eyes. Oh my god, there's so much fallout. I feel like every time I dip, there's like half the eyeshadow like blowing in the air. Can you guys see all that? Oh my goodness. Gonna hit pan soon.
Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like it. Okay.
Okay, so I want to blend out this purple, but I feel like the shades in here to blend out is either like a brown. I feel like there's not really a transition shade. So I'm going to go with another palette. This is volume number 2 and the shade called Ditzy. I do think it's a little bit annoying that you kind of have to buy quite a few palettes to do various different looks. That's the kind of thing that you expect whenever you get small palettes, I guess. You can only do like one specific look with that palette. The shade is also dusty, but not as dusty as that Harajuku shade. That Harajuku shade, oh my god, there's literally fallout all over my table right now.
Okay.
Giving me sunset vibes, giving me very Easter. Can you guys believe that it's Easter soon? Like, oh my god, how is it March? How is it the 3rd month of the year? How are we like nearly quarter way through the year already? Like, how is it spring? Summer's around the corner.
So I'm just trying to stay calm.
Okay, I'm gonna go in with palette number 3, and I'm gonna go in with this hot pink shade called Bad Bitch. You say you want a bad bitch, maybe now you have it. Na 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 na, show me you can handle this. Bad bitch, bad bitch.
She is so talented vocally.
Look how much fallout this is. I don't want to be dramatic, but damn, there is a lot of fallout going on. Just like a little pop here. I think hot pink eyeshadow is a shade that like no one ever wears. I'm gonna go in this shade here called 21, but I feel like I need to wet the brush a little bit. So I'm just gonna lick my brush. You probably want to use like a Fix Plus or something if you don't want to be as ratchet as me, but you know. We all lick our brushes up in here, don't lie.
Ooh! Ah, the ghetto! The ghetto.
Ooh, Oh, this shade is actually so pretty. It looks a lot more like a pink. Here it looks more white, but actually when you put it on the eyes, it comes on a lot more like a baby pink kind of glitter, which is a really nice shade. Just adds a little bit of sparkles to the eyes, you know, a bit of shimmer going on. The more metallic kind of shades, they don't have as much fallout, which is nice. Okay, so this is a life hack that I've been doing recently, and it's been saving my life. I've been really enjoying having more like a smoky eyeliner, and I found a really quick way to do it. So I'm going to show you guys on camera. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take a little card. This is my macro customer card. You can literally use a postcard. You can use your credit card. You can use anything that has kind of like an edge. And I'm going to take some black eyeshadow. So wherever you want your eyeliner to be, you want to place your card here. And then you kind of want to pat right on top of the edge where the card meets the eye. And then just keep building up black eyeshadow in this little section right here. And I just literally like flick it back and forth so that it gets more like a smoky kind of eyeshadow look. And every time you add eyeshadow, you want to only concentrate it closer to the corner of the eye. And then when you have less on your brush, that's when you blend it a bit further out. Oh! Yeah! This eyeshadow has so much fucking fallout! That's why it's like this! Fuck! Oh.
Look, there will be no second chances, baby.
Next time when you do the card, maybe bring the card a bit further along so that this can catch any fallout that drops. There we go. So much better, guys. Look. And there we have a smoky eyeliner. So quick. Okay, so the eyes are done. I just stuck on a pair of lashes. These are TL Mitchell from Tatty Lashes. They're actually really, really nice, especially when you don't want to wear eyeliner. You just stick these lashes and it gives you that kind of like smoky eyeliner look. You know, it's like thick enough to give you that. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Dragun Beauty's liquid eyeliner, and I totally forgot that she had this. Okay, so this is the Dragun Wing liner. It has that kind of brush felt tip. Okay, I'm going to put on my beauty spot with this. Oh, this would be really good to do brow hair strokes as well. Oh my god, I didn't know she had a brown one. That's so cool. This is the black one now. This is called Blackout. Oh, she's a little bit dry. Let me shake this up a bit. It's probably been in the box for ages. It's a little bit dry. Can you guys see that? On my hand it felt dry, but on the eyes it's actually going on really nicely. I love the applicator of this. It's so nice and small and precise. And you can also draw on little bottom lashes with these as well. This is something I do all the time. I don't think people know this, but I always draw on my bottom lashes because I feel like it just opens up my eyes because I got no lashes whatsoever, okay? So she's got these long ass lip liners, which is so cool. You really get value for your money here. So I'm going to go in with the Lip Job lip liner. This is shade number 2. And then there's also shade number 3, which is a bit darker. I think I'm going to go for shade number 2. She also has a shade number 1, and that's really, really pale. I have used these lip liners before, but I found that they're quite dry. They don't go on as smoothly as like the MAC or the Morphe lip liners. It's definitely more of a dry lip liner, guys. It's not very, very pigmented. This lip liner is not giving me the oomph that I need it to. Then I'm going to go in with this shade here from her liquid lipstick. I actually love her formula of her liquid lipsticks. I have this shade called Horchata, and it's such a nice nude. This with Sweet Tea lip liner, whenever I wear the lip combo together, I always get so many questions. So I'm going to go in this shade here called Nikita, and it's more like a pink, so that's why I think it would be nice with this look. The applicator is really nice. It's small, precise. This has a really nice smell. It smells like vanilla. And the formula of this liquid lipstick is really nice and thin. It doesn't feel thick and gloopy and drying. It's quite watery at first, but once it dries down to a really nice matte finish. I love liquid lipstick so much. I feel like it's the new way forward, especially when you wear masks all the time. So really, I want to just keep this lip matte, but I feel like I need to also test out her glosses as well. She has 3 shades. One is clear. One is in a shade called Sus, which is like a clear with a bit of glitter in there. And then there's another shade called Unbothered. So this shade will be better for people with deeper skin tones, I think. So I'm going to go in with the shade called Sus. It's not the glossiest of lip glosses because the applicator is quite small. You have to really like keep going back and forth. It's a nice lip gloss, but it's not those juicy lip glosses. It's not no Fenty Beauty gloss bomb, you know? But I've had lip glosses before where you literally look like your lips are like so juicy, but this one not so much. Okay guys, so this is the full face of Dragun Beauty. I don't have her setting spray and I don't have her translucent powders, but if I get them in the future, I'm definitely gonna feature them in a future video. Overall, I actually really like how my makeup turned out. I feel like my base makeup looks really, really nice, especially with the color correctors. I feel like around my mouth isn't as as dark or as shadowy and the pigment isn't coming through, which is great. I feel like if you love colour correcting, I feel like you would love the Dragun Beauty one. I feel like her product really does stand out. It's a really nice colour corrector that settles down. It doesn't interfere with your makeup. And I definitely recommend if you're getting the orange colour corrector to get the lavender, because it really does cancel out and it goes really, really nicely on top of each other. The green colour corrector, I'll probably give this a miss because I feel like this just didn't really do much. But then again, I don't really suffer with a lot of rosacea, a lot of redness, so it doesn't really apply to me personally, and I only recommend it if you suffer with those kind of redness kind of problems to your skin. If you get flushed really easily, this might work out, but I do feel like the green is very pigmented. Normally you want a green that kind of blends out into kind of like a skin tone kind of colours. The eyeshadow palettes were really, really nice. It blended out lovely. It just had a lot of fallout, as you guys can see. And just for me personally, I don't really like small eyeshadow palettes like this. I prefer a bit more variety in my palette, so I prefer to go for something a bit bigger. The things that I would definitely recommend is I love the lip products. Like, the lip products are amazing, especially the liquid lipsticks. I feel like she has a really nice shade variety. She's got some bold reds in there. She got really nice nudes as well. This Nikita shade is so, so pretty. The eyeliner was actually really nice. I like the fact that she had a dark brown and she also had a black in there as well. The face palette, I actually really like this. I definitely want to use it a bit more. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's quite like a chunky highlighter. But once you buff this into the skin, it definitely gives you like a really nice beaming highlighter. Another product that I would definitely recommend is the Transformation Face Kit. This is such a good brightening powder. So if you love a bright under eye, like, I really, really like this. So guys, that's it for my full face of Dragun Beauty. Please let me know if you guys want me to do a full face of any other brands. I really want to try out more products in my Thuy test series. So let me know what other videos you guys want me to film down below in the description box. And that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in my next one. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. It is so early in the morning right now and I have a house viewing today. So we're here filming this tutorial. Let's go. This is almost the same shade as the P. Louise Hint of Mint eyeshadow base. Okay, so I've repeated that like 5 million times. Hey, why can't I get the words out? Ah! I've got eye bogies, what the hell? Why does your eyes create bogies? That's so weird. Don't you think it's like a little gloop in your eyes? It's horrible. By the way, guys, don't mind my hair. I'm trying to do this like side fringe, fake fringe kind of action here. So if it looks a bit crazy, mind your business. I am filming, girl. What are you doing here?
Shut up.
You look cute. You want to say anything to the YouTube video?
You look pretty.
He hasn't even looked my direction. He doesn't even know what I look like today. Alright, please excuse Gran. He's literally doing his hair in the room, being annoying.
Make more noise now.
Go away! I've got half an hour to film!
Bye.
Shades it. Ah, it's all going downhill. Wow, that took a long time to settle. My belly's bigger than ever. I'm probably the most unfit of my whole life that I've ever been because gyms are not open. Honestly, just a circle, guys. It's the circle of life. Guys, I'm literally going to a house viewing like this. Oh my god, I'm late. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up for me being late for this house viewing. This might be my future house. Wish me luck. Ah!